After losing Game 1 of the division series to Milwaukee Brewers, the Chicago Cubs have a chance to bounce back and tie the series in Game number 2, and we will review Game number 2. So we will look at everything that went right and what went wrong. That will be happening on this episode of Cubs 360. Cubs 360. Thank you very much for tuning in to episode 54 of the Cubs 360 podcast. If you're interested in this content, feel free to like, subscribe, and also follow us on Twitter at Cubs360X. So as you saw just a few short minutes ago, the recap of game number 1 between the Cubs and the Brewers in the National League Division Series did not go so well for the Cubs. They're trying to get the bad taste out of their mouths and trying to tie the series in game number 2, heading back to Wrigley Field with a bit of an advantage, hopefully with a tied series at 1 game apiece. If not, they will be down 2-0, trying to fight elimination as they go back home. But nonetheless, let's get to game number 2. So Aaron Ashby is pitching for the Brewers, which is a smart tactical move by Pat Murphy, as Mike Busch was still being platooned against left-handed pitching, as Ashby is a left-handed pitcher. So Justin Turner is the leadoff batter. So he will fly out to left. Nico Hoerner will hit a base hit to right. Tucker will get walked, which will send Hoerner to second. Suzuki hits a home run to left center field to make it 3-0 Chicago right off the bat. So a big-time home run from Suzuki, but then Happ struck out looking, and Kelly will line out to second. Shota Imanaga pitching for the Cubs in the bottom of the first. Chourio struck out swinging, as well as Terang. Contreras hits a base hit to left. Yelich will also hit a base hit to left, but then Andrew Vaughn hits a home run to left to tie the game at 3. So not a great start for Shota Imanaga, and he was pretty much down to the limit there. He was on a full count, and he just gives up a home run. And then Frelick will fly out to second to end the inning. In the top of the second, PCA will pop out to third. Swanson will fly out to right. Shaw will get walked. Turner hits a base hit to left, which will send Shaw to second. And then Nick Mears will go in for the Brewers, and Nico Hoerner will fly out to right. In the bottom of the second, Durbin will fly out to right. Perkins struck out swinging, and Ortiz will fly out to right. In the top of the third, with Mizorowski pitching for the Brewers now, Tucker will ground out to third. Suzuki will get walked. Happ struck out swinging, and Kelly will ground out to Mizorowski. In the bottom of the third, Chourio will fly out to left, as well as Terang. And then William Contreras hits a home run to left, and the Brewers all of a sudden have a 4-3 lead. Then Yelich will hit a base hit to right, and that is the end of the game for Shota Imanaga. And Daniel Palencia goes in for the Cubs, as Vaughn will fly out to left. In the top of the fourth, PCA struck out swinging. Swanson struck out looking. Shaw gets walked. Mike Busch finally goes in for Justin Turner as he pinch hits, and he fouls out to left. In the bottom of the fourth, Busch will now play first base, as Frelick will ground out to short. Durbin gets hit by the pitch. Perkins struck out swinging. Ortiz will hit a base hit to center, which will send Durbin to second. And then Chourio hits a home run to center field to make it 7-3 Milwaukee. And then Pomeranz will go in for the Cubs, and Terang bunt popped out to Pomeranz to end the frame. In the top of the fifth, Hoerner hits a base hit to right. Tucker struck out swinging. Suzuki will foul out to right. Happ fouls out to left. In the bottom of the fifth, Contreras struck out looking. Yelich will fly out to left, and Colin Ray will now go in for the Cubs as Andrew Vaughn gets walked, and Frelick will line out to right. Patrick going in for the Brewers in the top of the sixth as Kelly struck out swinging. PCA will strike out swinging, and Swanson will ground out to first. In the bottom of the sixth, Durbin will fly out to center. Perkins will ground out to short. Ortiz will reach on an infield single to Colin Ray. Then Chourio will reach on an infield single to short. Chourio will go to second, but then Ortiz will go to second, and he's safe at third on a throwing error by Dansby Swanson. Terang will ground out to second to end the frame as we head to the top of the seventh with Koenig pitching for the Brewers. Shaw struck out swinging. Busch will ground out to first, and Hoerner will line out to right. In the bottom of the seventh, Contreras will foul out to the catcher. Yelich will hit a base to the left, and then Andrew Vaughn will ground it into a double play. In the top of the eighth, Tucker will foul out to third, and then Trevor McGill will go in for the Milwaukee Brewers as Suzuki will fly out to left and Happ will fly out to right. In the bottom of the eighth, Frelick will get walked. Durbin grounds it into a double play. Perkins hits a base hit to right, and Ortiz will fly out to right. Uribe goes in for the Brewers in the top of the ninth with Lockridge in left field. Kelly strikes out swinging, as well as PCA and Dansby Swanson. That is the end of Game 2, and the Milwaukee Brewers, facing a 3-0 deficit in the first inning, are able to score 7 unanswered, and they take a 2-0 series lead in this division series over the Cubs. So the win goes to Mizorowski, who went 3 innings pitched, gave up only 1 hit, had 4 strikeouts. The loss undoubtedly goes to Shota Imanaga, 2 2/3 innings pitched, gave up 4 earned runs and 5 hits, and only 3 strikeouts. So not a great game from Shota Imanaga, as even at the end of the year, and even in that Padres series, he has just been getting figured out lately, whether it's tipping pitches or not. He just has not looked good over the last month of baseball that the Cubs played. So with that said, the Chicago Cubs in the first 2 games at AmFam Field go 0-2, and 1 more loss, and their season is over. Fortunately for them, though, they are a significantly better home team at Wrigley Field, so that is a bit of an advantage for them, as the series will now shift to Chicago, and we will have the game recaps for you there. So if you're interested in the content, feel free to like and subscribe. Give me your thoughts on this game in the comment section down below, and in just a few short minutes, we will have the recap to game number 3. So this is Jack from Cubs 360, and as always, go Cubs go.